Hi, this is Dawn from Ninja Bunny Crochet. Welcome back to Granny Squares. Today we're going to do the six-sided granny square. It's very similar to the four-sided granny square. Just a few extra steps to make a six-sided granny square. We still have the same stitches, the same two stitches basically. In our corners, we're going to have 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Our sides are chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 1. So we still have our chain 1 spacers and our 3 double crochet shells. All we're doing is basically adding 2 extra sides. So let's get into making a six-sided granny square. If you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button and don't forget to ring that bell. To start our six-sided granny square, you're going to want to start with a slip knot on your hook. Make sure it slides up and down your hook so it's not too tight. And then chain 6. Slip stitch in the last stitch or last chain and form a ring. Chain 3 and double crochet 2 more times into the ring. Chain 2 and start our next shell. 3 double crochets. One, 2, and 3. Chain 2 and 3 more double crochets. Chain 2 again. And now we have 3 shells made. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to want to make 3 more shells to complete the round 1. Please continue until you have 6 shells made, and I'll meet up with you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of the round, and we're going to slip stitch into the top of the first double crochet or the chain 3, because the chain 3 counted as the first double crochet. And we're going to fasten off because we're going to switch colors. Start with the slip knot on our hook, and we fastened off here. We're going to move down to the next corner and join with a slip stitch. Chain 3 and 2 double crochets into the corner. Now this is the side, so we're going to chain 1 for our chain 1 space and go into the next corner. And we're going to do our chain, we're going to do our 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, just like we did previously on our four-sided granny square. If you're unfamiliar with doing the four-sided granny square, I placed a link in the description box below to part 1 of granny squares, which has the four-sided granny square. So chain 1, because this is a side, and we're going into the corner now, which we're going to place 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Again, another side, a chain 1 spacer, and then we're going to finish off the other 1, 2, 3 corners, and we're back to this corner here. When you get back to this corner, I will show you how to finish the corner. It's the same as we did with the four-sided granny square, but just in case, I will meet you back here to show you how to finish that corner. Okay, we're coming back into our last corner, which technically was our first corner, and we're finishing up our 3 double crochets, chain 2, and we're going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. And fasten off. Now that we have row 2 on, you can see that it looks much more like an octagon square. Or excuse me, like a hexagon square. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 sides. And if we can compare it to our example, you can see it looks just like the first 2 rows of our example. So let's weave in our ends, and we'll move on to round 3. Okay, so now we got our ends all weaved in, and we're going to go on to round 3. We're going to slip stitch our new color into the corner, just like we've done before, and chain 3. 2 double crochets into the corner to begin the corner. Then we're going to chain 1 and move to the next space. Next chain 1 space. And we're going to place 3 double crochets into that space, chain 1, and move to the corner, where we're going to place 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. I said very similar to what we did with our four-sided granny square. We just have 2 extra corners. And we're going to do the same here, and we'll go back to a corner. Please continue this all the way around, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. Okay, I'm at the end of round 3, and we're going to slip stitch into the top of the first chain 3 that we did and fasten off. Now we just need to weave in our end, and then we can move on to the next round. Now this one I'll just weave in real quick for you to show you how to weave in the ends, though I know I did the other ones off camera, but for this time I'll just weave this one in quick. And there we go, and we can just snip it right off. And now we can move on. Okay, we're going to start with our slip knot on our hook. And let's see, this is where we're going to start right over here at the next corner. And start fasten on with a slip stitch and chain 3. 2 double crochets in the corner to start the corner. Chain 1, and then this time we're going to have 2 chain 1 spaces on the sides, which we're going to place 3 double crochet with chain 1 spaces in between. There's our 3 double crochet, chain 1, and we move on and place 3 double crochet. Chain 1, and we're back to a corner, and our corners are 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Chain 2 and 3 double crochet. Again, these are very similar to our 4-sided granny squares, just 2 extra sides or 2 extra corners. Please continue all the way back around till we get back to the beginning, and we'll fasten off, and that'll be the end of our granny square. Okay, I've placed my last 3 double crochet into the corner, and I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the first chain 3, and we're going to fasten off. And this is our final granny square, our final piece. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. We'll leave those ends in later. And there is a 6-sided granny square. So if you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to ring that bell so you'll get notifications when any new tutorials come out. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Happy crocheting!